Hello, English 130. I've had quite a few questions about the Unit 3 essay, so I wanted to give you all a few tips and some suggestions maybe to help you write this essay. It is a creative essay, but it also involves a little bit of research, so we're kind of getting two things done. So I wanted to talk about how you should go about finding an artwork and then what steps you can take to finding information about it. So the internet has a lot of online galleries. If you do a quick search for an online gallery through a Google search, you'll be able to pull up a lot of different examples. You can just search for an artwork through Google. You can search for an artist. You're bound to find a lot of different examples. So I don't think you have to worry about that. But if you want to go to a certain gallery like the Museum of Modern Art, which I have here, then that's certainly permissible. So you can see that I'm in the collection area of this. And my favorite artist is Picasso. So I've searched for Picasso. There are 36 works here. I kind of like Girl Before a Mirror. It's one of my favorite Picassos. So when I click on it, there's a version of it. I could take a screenshot of this. You will want to have a screenshot or a saved image of the artwork that you've chosen. This has just a little bit of information here. I'm certainly going to want to do some more investigation on it, but this would be a good starting point for me. I would also have to make sure that I cite this source. So I'd have to cite the Museum of Modern Art with this web address to make sure that I am properly crediting any information that I might share from here. You don't want to just copy and paste this. You want to make sure that you read this, you take notes, and then you share it in your own words. So that kind of gets you started on the artwork. After you find the work of art that you want to write about, you're going to go to the library and you can access the library here. So you can see this is our homepage for Post University. The library link is right up here. I'm going to erase that. And then when you go to the library, you'll find this page and you can enter any search terms at all. We'll talk a little bit more about search terms in Unit 4 because you're going to be doing a lot of research then. But essentially, you don't want to put in questions or whole phrases in a library database like this. I'm using quotation marks to make sure that Pablo and Picasso stick together when the engine searches for this database. It doesn't work like Google. It's much more specific, and you have to use specific types of terms to find what you want. So I put in Pablo Picasso. I'm going to hit search. And then this gives me a lot of results. I could certainly go through here and I could limit what I want to view. So I don't only want to see peer-reviewed articles. That's really important. And I probably want to limit the publication date. So maybe I'm going to limit it to the last 10 years. That's a good idea. Anytime you are searching for sources, you want to use sources that have been published within the last 10 years, just because that makes it more relevant and likely more credible. So you can see now I'm down to quite a few less. And then I can go through here and I can search things that are about Pablo Picasso. Now, I could also probably narrow my focus by putting in biography here. So I'm going to use and. That is a term that the search engine recognizes. And I'm going to put biography and maybe see what else, how I can narrow my focus a little bit more. So now I'm down to less than 600. So this would be a good way to kind of do it. So play around with it. Once I do find a source that I want to use, so let's say I want to share information about Pablo Picasso and maybe he happened to paint this painting while he also was corresponding with Gertrude Stein. So I'm going to take a look at this. The great thing about the library is that when you click on the title of the article, there is an excellent opportunity for you to generate a citation. So if you go over here to the right-hand side, you'll see that there's a link called Cite. Click on that link, and this will pull up an already generated citation for you. Now, it's important that you scroll down to APA, because you'll notice APA is the third one here. But then you can copy this. So I'll highlight it, hit Control C as in cat, and then when I go into my references list in my paper, in my Word document, I can hit Control V as in Victor to paste that in there, and it's already in correct APA format, which is awesome. All right, so then I would use whatever information I found here and take notes on it. So sometimes in the library databases, you just have this information and then you have to go over here to get the detailed record. Sometimes there's a PDF link over here and it'll take you to the full article. So if you don't see the full article here, don't give up. Click around, could be here, could be all the way down here. But take your time in investigating the library. This is a really good opportunity for us to play with the library before you are really tasked with using it for the next two assignments, which are pretty high-level research papers. All right, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, everyone.